everybody and welcome to another Goliath guitar tutorial. My name is Gareth Evans and this is Counting Stars by OneRepublic. This is a fingerstyle version of the song, which is the vocals, the percussion, the instrumentation, all in one guitar piece. So you can just play it as a solo guitar piece. You will need a capo on the 4th fret of the neck of your guitar. So put it in place now, and then let's have a look at the intro. Okay, those are bars 1 through 4, and that's what I'll be teaching to begin with. So that is bar 1. We are in an A minor position here to begin with. It's 1st fret on the 2nd string, 2nd fret on the 3rd string, 2nd fret on the 4th string. However, to begin, we're lifting off the 4th string, playing that open, and then we're adding the 2nd fret on the 4th string in just a second. So we begin, open 4th and 5th, and then you play the 3rd. Okay, so thumb and index on 4 and 5, and then middle finger on 3. Okay, add the 2nd fret on the 4th and play 2 and 4 together. That's index finger and ring finger. Okay, what you do then, you lift off the 3rd string, you play 5 and 3 together, both open, and then you play 4 and 2 together, both where they are on the 1st and 2nd fret. Okay, that is bar number 1. Next up, bar number 2. Okay, so what we do here, we leave the 1st fret on the 2nd string. We come to the 2nd fret on the 4th string, 3rd fret on the 5th string. This is a C position. But to begin, we lift the open 4th string, we lift the middle finger to have the open 4th string to begin. Okay, so we play 4 and 5 together. Okay. Add the 2nd fret on the 4th, play the 4th. Okay, and what we do now, we pull off the 4th to open. As we pull off, we also play 3 and 2 together. Okay, like that. Okay, followed by a pluck on the 5th string again. Okay, so that is, add the finger back onto the 2nd fret on the 4th, play 5 and 4 together, and then play 2 and 3 together. Okay, that's the whole bar. Okay, practice this slowly, it's not easy. Okay, once we've got that, we've got bar 1 and 2 in the bag, and they should sound like this together. Alright, once we've got that, we move on to bars 3 and 4. If I'm going too fast for you, just rewind the video. That's the beauty of video. You can just repeat it. And let's move on to bar number 3. Okay, that's bar 3 and 4 together. So to begin, this is in a G position. So 3rd fret on the 6th string to begin. Use your ring finger. Or you could use your middle finger too. It doesn't matter, but one of those 2 fingers. So you play 6, followed by 4, and then 4, 3, and 2 together. Then you play the 4th string on the 2nd fret, and hammer up to the 3rd fret. Okay? Followed by 6, back down to the 2nd and the 4th, and then 4, 3, and 2 all open. And to finish, 3rd fret on the 5th string. Alright, so that's bar 3. Bar 4. Alright, bit of a weird shape here. We've got the A minor position, first fret on the second, first fret on the third, sorry, second fret on the third, second fret 4. Also, thumb over the top for the first fret on the 6th to begin, right? So, a couple of pinches there. So we've got 6 and 4, and then 5, 2 and 3. Okay, what we do here, we move to this position. So we've got now the 3rd fret on the 5th string, open 4, okay, and everything else was the same. But if you noticed, I've switched fingers here. So my middle finger came from the 2nd fret on the 4th here to the 2nd fret on the 3rd, and then the ring finger came from the 2nd fret on the 3rd to the 3rd fret on the 5th, right? So it's okay. And the sequence there, 6 and 5 together, open 4, and then 2 and 3. And that is bar number 4. So bar 3 and 4 together. Alright, now we've got that. We've got 4 bars in the bag, and to recap, in order to consolidate and make sure that we've got this before we move on, it should play like this. Alright, so let's move on to bar number 5 through 8, and there's a lot of repetition here. Alright, so bar 5 and 6 are the same as bar 1 and 2, so I don't have to go over that again. That's this. Exactly the same. Next, bar 7 is slightly different in the timing of some of the notes. Okay, so that's again to the G. Exactly the same to there. Instead of hammering up to the 3rd like we did last time, we just play the 2nd, and then we pluck the 3rd fret with the pinch with the 6. Okay? And then, after that, open 2, 3 and 4, we play the 5th fret, sorry, the 5th string on the 3rd fret more quickly this time. Because last time we let it have a bit more of a gap, this time we're playing it quickly. So, this is how the whole bar goes. Alright? It's literally the only difference. And then we move on to bar number 8, and we play a slightly different again. Alright, so to begin, we're just the 1st fret on the 2nd string, 2nd fret on the 4th string, 1st fret with the 6th string over the top here. Okay, we play 6 and 4 together, and then the open 4, and then bring this finger to the 2nd fret of the 3rd and play 4, 3 and 2. Okay? And then open 5, and then bring these 2 fingers in here on the 3rd fret of the 5th and the 4th string that's here. Okay? 3rd fret on the 5th and 4th string. Then we play 6 and 5, 2 and 3, and then 4. So that's alright. So that's bar number 8, and bar 7 and 8 together play like this. let's recap bar 5 through 8, and then we'll go on to the last 2 bars of the intro. Okay, that's 5 through 8. Now 9, plays like that. So in the position we were in before, which is an F, we play 6, 4, 2 and 3, and then open 5. And then we do the sequence from earlier. So we come back to this original position, which is the beginning of bar 8. We play 6 and 4, you open 4, and then 4, 3 and 2 with the 3rd string fretted on the 2nd fret. So this finger moves from 2nd and 4th to 2nd and 3rd. Again, like we did, like I said, on the beginning of bar number 8. Okay, so we've got finish there with the 3rd fret on the 5th, play it once, and then bar number 10 is literally just that. So we play the 3rd fret on the 5th again, slide it down, and then pull off to open. So bar 9 and 10 together should play like this. Alright, so now we've got the intro done, or we've gone through all the bars of the intro. Let's recap the whole thing as one, bars 1 through 10, and see if we can get through it, okay? We begin here. Okay, so number of chords, the same technique with the right hand here. So it's the A minor to begin with, 1st fret on the 2nd, 2nd fret on the 3rd and 4th, open 5th. Okay, so we're strumming down and then up. I just like use my nails for this, just 3 fingers as one kind of thing. You could just use 1 finger, it's no problem. But as we're strumming down, we need to pluck up straight after. So I use all 3 fingers to strum. So all the fingers are involved already. Okay, so strum down on the 5th. You can strum all the way down if you want, but I try and keep it tight so we're not playing the 1st string. Okay, you can even muffle the 1st string with your left hand if you need to do too. Okay, so strum down and then pluck up on 5, 4 and 3. And then slap into the strings. So you bring your hand into the strings, all your fingers, whatever, just your thumb if you like, just to make that cracking sound. And then to continue that rhythm there, so it's slap, pluck on 5, 4 and 3, slap, pluck, slap, pluck. So we've got okay, that's bar number 11, and hopefully you've got that. Next, what we do is just move to the C shape and do pretty much all the same, other than try and slap with that 1st strum as well. Okay. It's not essential to slap with that 1st strum down, but I like to do that. Okay, so that is bar 11 and 12, and then we continue that at bar 13 and 14. We move to different shapes, so it's G now. So the 3rd fret on the 6th, 2nd fret on the 5th. Everything else open, or you can just fret the 3rd fret on the 1st, just in case you strum too low. It won't sound too bad then. The pluck this time is on 5, 4 and 3 as usual with with those fingers, but with a thumb as well on the 6. Okay, so it's strum, and then to an F, and the same principle applies here. So 6 string, 1st fret, 3rd fret on 5 and 4, 2nd fret on 3, 1st fret on 2. Okay, leave the 1st string out, you won't strum that hopefully. Strum down, pluck, 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 pluck. Again, 6, 5, 4, 3 with your thumb, index, middle and ring. Okay, so all together about 11 through 14. Okay, that's done. That was pretty easy. Now 15 through 18 is slightly different because we've got a little kind of melody in here, so it's slightly repetitive, so that helps us. So to begin, on that A minor, we strum all the way down. We need that melody note on the open first. Okay, so we strum, we don't pluck up straight after, we just go to the slap. Followed by 2 more up plucks. Okay, intermittent with the slapping, if that makes sense. Now, that situation there. So it's 3rd fret on the 1st string, and what we do is you slap and kind of strum the 2nd and 1st string, the emphasis being on the 1st string. You can just hit the 1st string if you like, and that's fine. 1st and 2nd string is preferable. If you hit the 3rd, it's no big deal. Just the melody note is the 1st string though, so the 1st string is the focus. And then on the way up, you now pluck the open first. So it's. Okay, now 16, it's the same as earlier, but we've now got the 3rd fret on the 2nd string now too. So it's 3rd fret on 5, 2nd fret on 4, 3rd fret on 2. Leave your index finger here on 1. 1st fret of the 2, because we'll need that in just a second. So it's when we begin in bar 16, we're slapping and strumming down on 4, 3, and 2, aiming for the 2 as the melody note. We muffle 1. We don't want any notes at all from 1, otherwise it will interfere with the melody, right? So slap and strum. Okay, on the way back, we pluck up. Okay, and then follow that through with a series of slaps and then plucks on 5, 4, and 3. And then do the same thing again at the end of this bar. Slap and flick down on the 3rd fret of the 1st. Remembering we're still on the 1st fret of the 2nd there too. Slap and flick down, and then open first to finish bar 16. So that's bar 16. 15 and 16 together should play like this. Now to the G with the 3rd fret on the 3rd fret on the 2nd string here as well. Basically the same principle as we did in the previous bar. So it's slap and strum, pluck up on the way up, slap and strum aiming for that 3rd fret on the 2nd string as the melody note. And then again, obviously you can just leave your index finger on the 1st fret of the 2nd string the whole time, because we're going to need that whenever we lift off the 3rd of the fret on the 2nd, it's going to be needed. Okay, again, slap and flick, 1st fret on 2nd, 3rd fret on 1st, and pluck the open 1 on the way up. So it's. And then to the F. Okay, the only difference here is when we're obviously the 3rd fret on the 2nd string is the aim again for the melody. So slap and flick, 3, 2, 1. Sorry, 4, 3, 2. Third fret, second fret, third fret. So that's the position here. And then when we pluck it, we're missing out the 5 because we haven't got anything fretted there. We're just playing 6, 4, 3. Okay. So we do that twice. Pluck, pluck, slap. And finish off there, and as a lead into the verse. So the second fret on the 4th string, we pluck it up, slap and flick it, and then pluck it up again. So the whole of bar 18. Okay, so now I will recap bar 15 through 18 just to illustrate how it should be. And to recap bar 11 through 18, the whole of this kind of section, interlude section. So next up we are looking at verse number 1. This is bar 19 through 26, and it plays like this. Alright, so we introducing the thumb slap in here in between these melody notes. We're literally just use strings 4, 5 and 6 for this whole segment. So that's the whole of bar number 19. So that's the first bar of this sequence. Second fret on the 4th to begin. You pluck it with the open 5th and then slap into the strings. And then pluck it again. Pull off to open and then hammer back on the 4th string. Play the 4th string afterwards on its own, and then slap and flick the 4th string, again still on the 2nd fret. Helps if you muffle the 3rd string with your index finger here, so if you do slap the 3rd string, you don't get any sound. Finish off with just a pluck on the open 5th string for your bass note to finish off. Okay, next. Okay, that's bar 20. 3rd fret on the 5th string now, still on the 2nd fret of the 4th string. Okay, pinch on 5 and 4 and then play 4 on its own. Slap and flick down on the 4 after that. That sequence next, 5 and 4 together with the 4th fretted on the 5th string. Okay, play 4 again and pull off from 5 to open, like that. After which, slap and then play 5 again. So that's bar number 20. Bar 19 and 20 together play like this. Alright, bar 21. Plays like that. 3rd fret on the 6th string, 2nd fret on the 4th. Play the pinch together. Open 4. 3rd fret on the 5th string now with a slap. This is where you have to be very precise. You've only got one string to slap, and you've got one string to aim for with your flick, right? After that, open 5 and the 6th string, still on the 3rd fret, followed by 2nd fret, open on the 4th. And then you slap and flick the 3rd fret on the 5th string, and then slide that up to the 5th fret. Alright, bar 22. So 1st fret on the 6th string here, you play the 2nd fret on the 4, pull that off to open, and then you play a slap and flick on the 3 again, 3rd fret of the 5th string, sorry, again. After which you play open 5 with a pinch on the 6. And then 2nd fret is the same as around the last bar really. 2nd fret on the 4th, open 4th. And then slap and flick the 3rd fret, slide that up to the 5th fret on the 5th string. Alright, so bar 22. Bar 21 and 22 together play like this. And then let's recap now. Bars 19 through 22 play like this. Alright. So let's move on. Bar 23 through 26 begins the same. Exactly the same there in bar 23 as it was in bar number 19. Next, bar 24, there is a difference. Okay, it's literally the same rhythm, same right hand picking as we did in the previous bar, bar 23. So bar 24, just the pinch, obviously up to the same position as we transitioned into last time, 3rd fret on the 5, 2nd fret 4. Pinch, slap, and then you pinch both, pull off, hammer on the 4th fret. Play the 4th, slap the 4th, and then 5th to finish. So it's the same pattern in those 2 bars. Okay, and then we continue the sequence in the next 2 bars, 25 and 26, which were identical to 21 and 22. And that completes those 4 bars. So bar 23 through 26. And then let's just recap the whole verse here, 19 through 26, and let's see where we are after that. So bar number 27 on was basically what I played for you there in the intro. Okay, so it's the A minor again, as usual, to begin. You strum down, and then you slap and strum, aiming for strings 4 and 3, hit 2 as well if you want, or 1, no big deal. Okay. And then it's 5 open, and then pluck up with the index finger on the 3rd string, and then slap down the 3rd string again. Slap and hit the 3rd string as you're coming down, like that. That's next. So it's you play the 3rd string, slide it up to the 5th fret, slap and flick the 5th fret on the 1st string, and then bring it down to the 3rd fret on the 1st string. Like that. So it's that's bar number 28, so there's a lot of percussion here, even with the left hand too. So let me play this. Okay, that's the sequence. So after we finish on the 3rd fret of the 1st string, as the previous bar, we come to the C position, which we've covered a couple of times before, so I'm not going to describe it. You play the 5th string, and then you slap and flick 4, 3 and 2, and then you play 5 and then 2, okay, and then slap and hit the 2nd string, and then you do that. So it's a series of 3 slaps with different notes on slap 1 and 3. So we've got up to the 3rd fret on the 2nd string, slap and flick that. Okay, slap with the left hand here, the spare fingers, and then with the right hand again, slap and flick the open first. Okay, it takes a very, very precise movements to do this. Okay. So that is bar number 28. So bar number 27 and 28 together, play this. Okay, next we come here to the G. So it's 3rd fret on the 2nd, 3rd fret on the 6th. Play it for you. Okay, so you pluck up 2, 3 and 4 with the, or just 2 and 3 with the index finger as you pinch the 6 on the G shape. Slap and flick the open 4 and 3, sorry. There you play that. So it's 6th string, 3rd string open, and then you slap down and fret the 4th fret of the 3rd string. So you slap down and flick that 3rd string. And then down to the 2nd fret on the 3rd, back up to the 4th fret and then slap again. And then if you play it quickly, it plays like that. Okay? And after that, 1st fret of the 2nd string to finish off that shape. This bar even, sorry. Okay, we finish off here, 1st fret of the 2nd string, bar 30 now. Thumb over the top for this, for the 1st fret on the 6th string, you bring these other 2 fingers in here. Sorry, you just bring the 2nd fret on the 3rd string. You don't actually need the 3rd fret on the 4th for the D def. So you play. So to begin bar 30, you play the 6th, the 3, and the slap and so on. And then you pinch 6 and 3. You pull off to open, hammer on, pull off again on the 3rd string without plucking again. So it's finish off on the 2nd fret, the 4th, slap and then pluck the 6th. Like that. So whole of bar 30. So that's bar 30. 29 and 30 together. Okay, so if we back up and cover bar 27 through 30, what we've learned so far in this lesson, plays like this. Alright, next up, bars 31 through 34 is an exact replica of what we've just played. Alright, so I don't need to describe that to you. Bar 35 and onwards. There's that sequence there, and then into the chorus. So, full F here to begin. First fret on the 6th, 3rd fret on the 5th and 4th, 2nd fret on the 3rd, 1st fret on the 2nd. Strum it all the way down, don't play the 1st string, and then slap and strum 5, 4, 3, and then pull off the 3rd to open. Okay? What we've got now is back onto the 2nd fret of the 3rd, pinch 6 and 3, and then slap and flick and pull off to open again. Okay, you do that again once on beginning of bar 36, so it's pinch, slap and flick, pull off. Next time you pinch and pull off. So bar 36 is, okay, play the 6 once to finish bar 36. And then bar 37, 38, the sequence here. So slide up and into the 7th fret on the 4th string, and then the 5th fret on the 4th, just play that on its own. Do the same. Slide up and into the 5th fret on the 5th string, and then the 3rd fret on the 5th. Okay? That's bar 37. And then 38, that slide up again into the 5th fret of the 5th. Next, 2nd fret on the 4. Quick slide up into the 5th, back to the 3rd, and then 5th fret on the 6th string, pull off to the 3rd fret on the 6th string. Okay, so all in all, and that's the whole of bar 37 and 38. With bar 35, good. So that's the whole of the bridge covered. I won't recap it so much this time. I'm just going to move on now to chorus number 1. So we've got okay. So that's the sequence here. We're introducing this wrist thumping. So this mimics the bass drum of the drums. And if you can't do this, if you're finding this difficult, then just learn the song without it first and then try and add them in afterwards. I always say that. Don't struggle through it. Just learn and then add in. It's the best way to do it, right? Just a little tip for those newcomers. And if you are struggling with these thumb slaps or the wrist thump, I have done these percussive lessons. I've done a series of lessons on GarethGuitarTutorials.com called thumb slap technique or something like that. Or just Google YouTube search it, thumb slapping technique, and there's like a series of 5 lessons with these percussion elements, and they'll take you through some drills in order for you to develop this technique. So without much further ado, bar 39. So we've got open 5, open 4 with a thump. Okay, that's whenever I say thump, it's a wrist thump into the body of the guitar, but I'm not going to say that every time. I'm just going to say thump. So open 5 and 4, and then second fret of the 4 with a slap, and then you play the open 5th. Up to the 5th fret on the 4th string with the open 5th and a thump. Okay, so it's a pinch with a thump. And then back down to the 2nd fret of the 5th with a slap. And then open 5th to finish, so it's... Okay. Okay, so that's the next bar, bar 40. 3rd fret on the 5th string now. Open 4th with the 5th and a thump. 2nd fret on the 4th. Open 4th with a thumb slap. 5th string on its own straight after. Now back up to the 2nd fret on the 4th. You play 5 and 4 together with a thump. And then you play thumb slap, left hand slap with either the little finger or the ring finger. Okay? So I should note here with the left hand, because you're only just using one finger rather than the whole hand. You could use the whole hand, it's up to you. Make a louder noise, makes it easier. Just aim for the 6th string. Try not to fret any noises, it's very difficult to do this. Okay, just practice that. So bar 40. Alright, 39 and 40. Bar 41. Alright, so let's begin bar 41. 3rd fret of the 6th string with a thump to begin. Then the open 4. And a slap and the open 4. Next. Okay, so it's 2nd fret on the 4 and the 3rd fret on the 6. You play them both together. Hammer up to the 3rd fret on the 4, there, thump on its own, nothing else, and then the 2nd fret on the 4, slap on the open 4, and then the 3rd fret on the 5th to begin with, to finish off with. Like that. So that's bar 41. Right. So next up, bar 42. Okay, that sequence there. 2nd fret on the 4th, 1st fret on the 6th, playing both together with a thump. Slap and flick the open 5th. You play the 6th string and then 6 and 5, with the 5 being on the 3rd. Including a thump. Okay. Okay, now we've got this kind of drum roll. So it's two slaps with the thumb of the right hand, 1 slap with the left hand, and then another slap with the right hand. All right. So it's. So that's bar 42, 41 and 42. Alright, 39 through 42 then to cover the chorus so far. So next up at bar 43, it's the same. 44, the same. 45, slightly different in the timing of these notes, just exactly like it was in the intro, if you remember that far back. So it's thumb on 6, pick up on 4, slap on 4, and then pinch 3 and 2 together, as we did in the bar 41. Now, up to the 3rd fret, rather than hammering up like we did last time we played this in bar 41, we pluck the 3rd fret of the 4th string and thump. Okay? And then continue with the same picking after that. So. Bar 46 now is different, so it's that same pitch to begin, and then you play the open 4th afterwards on its own, and then slap on the open 4th, so that's open 5th with the 6th string to begin, and then up to the 3rd fret on the 5th string, 6 and 5 with a thump. Like that. So it's. And then that same roll as the previous time. So we've got. That's bar 45, 46, and then 43 through 46 plays like this. So just to recap this chorus then, bar 39 all the way through 46 so far, we've got this. Okay. So let's get on with bar number 47 and onwards. This is, like I said, the second half of the chorus. All right, so we're playing more chords. It's basically same melody, but on different strings now, and we're more of a strum and flicking type of technique with the right hand. So what we're going to do is we're going to come to this A minor. Everything starts in A minor in these lessons apparently. A minor, but this time we've got the 3rd fret on the 2nd string, which is the melody note. Okay? What we're doing, we're plucking the 5 and thumping, but also we're strumming up with the index finger as a pinch. So it's 2, 3 and or 4, 2, 3 and 4, or just 2, 3, even. Okay, the thump. Next, slap, lift off the little finger so the 2nd string is fretted on the 1st string by the index finger. You slap and flick 2 and 1. Okay? And then it's open 5th, and then pinch 1 and 5, bringing the little finger to the 3rd fret of the 1, 5 being open. Okay? Okay? After that, again, lift off the little finger, slap and flick strings 2 and 1. And then 5th string to finish, like that. So it's all together bar 47. Alright. Next up, bar number 48, and that plays like this. Alright, so we're in the C position here. 3rd fret of the 5 and 2 on the 2 on the 4. 1st fret and 3rd fret on the 2nd string. Isn't that weird? But we're using the 3rd fret for now, but we're going to be using the 1st fret in just a sec, so just leave it there, right? So 2 and 5 together with a thump, and then the open 1st, and then slap and flick the 3rd fret on the 2nd string, pull that off to the 1st fret, which we've already fretted because we're in luck. Okay? And then thump and pluck 5 and open 1, and then that 1, 2, 3 from earlier. Thumb, right hand, left hand, right hand. Okay? Alright, so that's bar 48. 47 and 48. Plays like that. 3rd fret of the 2nd and 6th string. So you play 6 to begin with a thump, and then play the 2nd, and then flick the 2nd with a slap, sorry. And then you play 6 and 1, but you hammer from 0 to 1 the 1st fret on the 1st string, like that. Thump on its song, and then play 1 open after that. Okay? Next, you play slap and flick the 3rd fret on the 2nd string, and then pluck it on the 1st string afterwards, like that. So that's the whole of bar 49. And then next up, bar 50, plays like that. So we've got the 1st fret on the 6th, 2nd fret on the 3rd, 1st fret on the 2nd, open 1st. We play a thump with 1 and 6, okay? Slap down and flick the 3rd string, and then 6, and then the 2nd string with a thump. After that, that same drum roll, finger roll thing we did earlier. 2 with the right, 1 with the left, and then 1 with the right again. So that is bar number 50. 49 and 50. And then if you rewind back, 47 through 50. All right, for bar 51 through 54 plays the same. To begin, and then the difference is there in that bar, just like the previous couple of times where the melody kind of changes. That note on the 1st string, 1st fret, falls on the thump now, not before the thump. So you can hammer on again, as I've written in the tabs, or you can just play it like I'm playing now. Just play it straight plucks. This time, when you get to this slap, you slap and pull off from 3 to 1 quickly, like that, and that's the change in melody there too. And then bar 54 we've got first fret on the 6 as usual, second fret on the third fret on the second, okay? Open first. Thump with 1 and 6, and then you play the second string straight after, slap on its own, and then, so it's 6, 1 with a thump, and then play the second, slap and flick the second, and then pluck the third. So it's okay, like that. So hold up bar 54, plays like that. Bar 53 and 54 plays like this. Alright, and let's zoom back 51 through 54. So that's the whole of the chorus done. Bar 55. Okay, that's a repeat of 15 through 19, if I remember correctly. But that is basically... if you remember that bit. Lead into the next verse. Alright, so this time the verse is a little bit different. We're looking at bar 59 now. Okay, so what we've got here is we've stripped everything back. There's no thumps, there's no slaps or anything to begin with. So we've got the same exact thing as the first verse without the slapping. So it's pinch and just that that sequence there. So it's pinch, pull off, hammer on, and then 2 plucks. Okay, that's bar 59. Bar 60. So it's pinch, 2 plucks on the 4 up to the 5. Play it twice, and on the second time you pull off to open. Alright, so we've got and then so it's that pinch, open 4, third on the 5th, open 5th, 2 and then open on the 4, and then 3 slid up to 5 on the 5th. And then bar 62 now, that's to begin. So pinch on 6 and 4, sorry, with the second fret on the 4 and the first fret on the 6. Pluck the open 4. Play the third fret on the 5th, pull that to open. So that's a pull off. And then we've got that sequence there. Second fret on the 4th, slap and flick the open 4th, and slap and flick the third fret on the 5th, slide that up to 5. Like that. Alright, so the whole of bars 59 through 62 play like this. Alright, bar 63 now. 63 and 64, slightly different. 65 and 66 are a repeat of previous. So all we're adding here, We're adding in thumps, by the way, too. So we've got that sequence there. First fret on the second fret on the fourth, you play 5, 4 and 2 with a thump to begin, slap on its own. Now we play 5, 4 and 2 again, and then pull off. And then what we do is hammer up to the back into the position and thump. Okay? Plucking once more on 2 and 4. That rhymed. And now slap and flick with these two fingers that you've been plucking with just on strings 2 and 4, okay? If you can manage that without plucking the third string or flicking the third string, you can mute the third string, you can mute the first string, make it easier if you like. Okay, so that's the sequence. You finish off with just a thumb stroke on the 5th. Alright, so whole of bar 63. Good, got that. I've noticed that in the tabs I haven't written the hammer back on, but that's no big deal. Let's just continue. Bar 64. Exactly the same, but all you've done this time is you've added the 3rd fret to the 5th string. Everything else is the same. Okay, I'm not going to go through that in too much detail. Like I said, it's exactly the same, just added the 3rd fret onto the 5th string. And now, that's the sequence from earlier. You've just got thumps now every 2 beats. So it's a thump on the pinch to begin, and then thump there on the 2nd fret of 4. That's bar 65. And then bar 66. So thump on the just to pluck on the 6th there to begin, and then another thump there on the 2nd fret of the 4th again. Everything else is the same as the previous verse. So bar 63 through 66. Good. Okay, next we're on to bridge number 2, and then it's the sequence. Okay, obviously we're dropping the wrist thumping for a while now. We're just doing the slapping for the percussion. But this time, this bridge is just half as long. So you only play that sequence there once, you only play that 4 bars, and then into this sequence with this. And that sequence again. Next up, bar 75 to 90. They're exactly the same as the first chorus. This bit. Okay, the next line, and then this. Okay, so there's a good 16 bars worth of repetition there. I'm not going to go through it. I've just illustrated what it is, and I'm going to move on. So you finish off the chorus, and this time, instead of going straight back into you go into the interlude part, which plays. Okay, it's that section there. Okay, so that's bar 91 and 92. So we just play after that sequence. It's the first fret on the second string. Let that ring out. No thumps, no slaps, no nothing. And then 2 slaps on their own. And that's the whole of bar 91. Bar 92, slap. Second fret on the third. Pull that F to open. Second fret on the fourth. And then slap, flick the open third, hammer that onto the second fret. So it's bar 91. Alright, next bar 93. 93 and 94 there. So you play the third string, slide it up and into the 5th fret, down to the 4th, play the second, pull that off to open as you slap it. That. Okay. Next, 5, 4, 2 with the slap. So that's bar 93, that's the first time. The second time we've got an extra note in there. We've got no slide in this time, just a straight 5, 4, 2 pulled off to open with the slap. Now you play the 2 plucks on the 5th fret. Pull that second pluck down to the 4th fret. And then slap and pluck. Slap and flick the 2nd fret. So to recap bar 93 and 94 in total. Alright. Okay, so let's recap bar 91 through 94. Okay, next 95. What we're adding in the second string. Yeah, getting mixed up. So we've got 5 and 5, both on the second and third string. 3rd fret on the 2, 4th fret on the 3rd, and then move that down to 2 frets. 1st fret on the 2nd, 2nd fret on the 3rd, and pull them both to open. Okay, that's the sequence. And then you add the slap in. Remember that pull off there from 5 and 5 to 3 and 4. So that's actually bar 95 and 96. So it's okay. Bar 97 introduces a thump. So thump to begin, and then thump after the pluck the second time. Okay, so that's bar 97. Bar 98. Again, a thump with the pluck to begin, thump in between the second time. So that's bar 97 and 98 done. And then bar 99, slapping all the way. So discard the thump now, we're just doing the slapping instead of the thump. So it's slap to begin, slap on that pull off, pluck, slap on its own, slap at 2 and 1 there. then bar 100. Again, slap, play, slap on its own, pull off, and then down and slap. So this whole section, I'm going to play this whole section from 95 through 100. Actually, I'm going to play it through 93 through 100, just to be awkward. So it's because it's a kind of progression in dynamics. Essentially, you're riding different factors every 2 bars. So it's good to play it all together. So we're playing. Okay, after that we've got the old this time you'd linger there for ages, count to like 4 or 5, and then do that sequence back into a chorus. So I'm not going to describe it too much. That's the bar 101, 102, the gap, and then bar 103, which is like that. Next we have a chorus. That. Exactly the same. Exactly the same up into a point, right? So play the 16 bars of the chorus exactly the same as you've done the first and second time. When you come out this time, you play in that sequence. So this is the last 8 bars, bar 120 through 127. Bar 120 then. So we're in the A minor position, but we don't need anything fretted apart from the first fret on the second and then open, second fret on the third and then open essentially. So we play a thump with a pinch on 2 and 5, open 2. And then slap and flick the second fret of the 3 and pull off to open. 5 straight after on its own. You play the first fret on the second and then a thump on its own. Then open 2, slap and flick the second fret of the 3. And then a single pluck on the open 5. Okay. And then bar 121 next. It's that sequence there. Up to the 3rd fret on the 5th string. Same again. 2 and 5 to begin with a thump. Open 2, and then slap and flick the 3rd string on the 2nd fret, pull off to open. Again, 5 to thump. This time you play the 2nd again and pull it off to open after the thump. Like that. And then that flick on the 2nd fret of the 4th, slap and flick, and then the 5th string to finish. Okay? That's the whole of bar 121. So 120, 121. Now bar 122. Exactly the same as bar 120, but this time the root note is here on the 3rd fret of the 6th string instead of the open 5th string. Everything else is exactly the same. Okay? And then bar 123. This is the same picking, so we've got an extra. We've got that extra pluck and then pull off towards the end of the bar, like we did in the bar 1, 2, 1. Root note here, first fret of the 6th string. Okay. Okay, that's bar 120 through 1, 2, 3. It's quite repetitive. It sounds more complicated than it actually is. But let's continue. Bar 1, 2, 4. Exactly the same. 1, 2, 5 is the same again. 1, 2, 6. And then 1, 2, 7. Drop in the slapping and the thumping. And the second thumb note as well, just playing the pinch to begin once, play that sequence, and then finish on that. And that's it, that's the last bar. It's been a while since I've taught 127 bars worth of guitar lesson, that's for sure. But I've done it, that is it. That is the end of this lesson. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. And if you did, click the thumbs up button on the videos and watch some more of my videos. It always helps. If you do want to leave a contribution at PayPal, there's a PayPal link in the description, paypal.me/Goliath Guitar. If you want to support me, get early access to these lessons in future, patreon.com/Gareth Evans. Without the patrons, I wouldn't be able to do what I do. The AdSense revenue on YouTube is very sparse. Considering that everything that I produce has a copyright restriction on it, so all the royalties go to the copyright holders, so I don't get paid. It's like 1/5. If I do get paid on a video, it's like 1/5 of what a normal video would make on YouTube, and sometimes they just say, nah, we're taking all the money and there's nothing you can do about it. But there is something you can do about it, which is you can help me out by supporting me on Patreon. And like I said, this is the only way I can keep these lessons coming and still pay my bills. Essentially. So I really do appreciate everyone who supports me on Patreon, because that is the number one, it's the only way I can do this. So without much further ado, let's say goodbye. And oh, by the way, I haven't mentioned there will be a tabs on screen video. So that'll be the next video in this series, where I'm just playing the whole thing with the tabs running along the bottom. It's played at full speed and it's played at half speed. So after you've learned it like you have done now, you might just need a refresh every now and then. You might think, oh, what was this bit after the chorus number 2? What was that bit again? Or what you were thinking, what was the structure of it? You don't really quite know. You don't want to jump back into the guitar lessons and you're not that good at tabs. Just watch that video and I just play it through, and you can see the hands, and you can just slow it down on YouTube, or it's at half speed afterwards. It really helps after you've learned all the bits, but you just need a little bit of a refresher. Those videos are really good for that. So that's it. I will see you again in the next video. Bye for now.